is unique, not only as a person, but with his experience. We have quite different experience with Holocaust. We survived very differently. And I will tell about this right now. We have something in common. We both were born in Odessa, the Black Sea. And from 1938, my family and me lived in small town in Ukraine, but it located very west. So this is also much differently because it's very soon was occupied by Germans. In early morning, June 22nd, 1941, I woke up because of very loud noise. And I looked my window and see the tanks moving along the street, along the road. 2 hours earlier, it's turned out that 2 hours earlier, Germans attacked Soviet Union. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, and Kiev in 4 o'clock in the morning bombed by Germans. Kiev, capital of Ukraine. This town, small town, and my mother and my family, mother, father, and me. My mother and grandmother even didn't think about to escape from this town. And not only them, not only there, maybe all people in this small town didn't think about to come out of this town. Include Jewish people. It was maybe strange, but there is some explanation about it. Different people on the west and different people on the east and the south. It suddenly, I need to tell you something. My father wasn't at home in that time. He was sent for military training, and he not at home since May. And suddenly miracle happened. His unit come to town for regrouping. And we met him, and he told us, "You are in very danger. Immediately leave this town. Immediately leave this town." And next, it was 27th of June, 1941. And next day, in 28, we decided, my mother and grandmother, I was just 8 years old, but I had something to understand also. And we went to the station next day. Father said, only essential took with you. And we went to this station, and no trains. except to Kiev, but the no tickets, the train is overloaded. But my mother decided to come to this train to try to enter, but conductor doesn't give the chance to enter. But again, miracle. In this train was one officer, captain, and he saw us through the window, and he told this conductor, let them go inside. Did you see old mother and child? And they give us chance to enter this train. Now I want to tell you, we left 28, but this town was occupied on July 4th. So this town was just less than 2 weeks survived this town, and then the Germans come in, occupied it, and all Jews, or almost Jews, were killed in this town. And also I found much later, when I was in the United States, that I found the list of Jews who died in this list. Chad Boshen helped us to find it. And in this list I found even a family which I knew very well. Even one boy was my friend before the war. So we came to, then we finally, it wasn't difficult, our train come to Kiev. What we did in Kiev, we passed the station square and go to one first building, ask for accommodation. One woman showed us a room and we stayed several days. Just several days. Why just several days? Because Kiev was bombed daily. My mother made a smart decision because because we knew that what happened in Kiev during the occupation. Babi Yar happened in Kiev. So it was very good decision, and we went to the rail station again, and government organized evacuation for simple people, and they put us to the very old freight trains. The condition in this train were very badly, and no food, no drink, and the train went west, go to east, and it takes a very long time to reach the final stop. The final stop, this journey was more than 3 weeks, and finally when we stopped to the Stalinabad, now it's Dushanbe, it's it's capital of Tajikistan. And then we lived there. The life was not easy, but we lived there. And now I want to tell you something about my father. It's very important because he saved us life. You can imagine if this had not happened, what his unit didn't come to this city, we will stay on this town. About father, when the war began, my father already was in army, and his unit was sent on the front line to fight with Germans. And soon enough, his unit was encircled, and all the soldiers were either killed or taken prisoners. And then next day, the officer asked to form, for all these prisoners, to form a column, and officer said, choose 5 steps ahead. And several people, Jews, step ahead, and they sent them to very forest, and very soon it will hurt some shots. And my father didn't step up. And the officer, he may be suspicious, and he asked me, who are you? And he said, I am Karalafin. Karalafin, that is republic in Soviet, it was now also republic, part of Soviet Union. And this officer agree with him. And father didn't understand that it's saved his life, but it's not forever. It's very soon they can recognize that he is Jewish. So he went away next day.
Escaped.
Next night or next day, and he tried to get the front line, to get to Soviets to fight, but it's take him very long time. But finally he came to Odessa, but Odessa already was occupied. So now began his life as Holocaust survivor, and he did it. He managed to survive. How he managed to survive? The Nazi make different ghetto, and he tried to not in Odessa, but in region of Odessa, in some villages. And in one village, how he survived. He survived, imagine, the big column with Jews going for the gendarme, sent them for execution. And my father inside this column. And one thought came to his mind, what if I jumped out of this column? What can happen? If gendarme notice this, they will immediately shot me. But if not, I will be killed couple of hours later. So no other way. So he decided to jumped up from this column, and gendarme didn't notice, and peasant who looking from this event, didn't betray him. So he is one event when he saved his life. There was another event, many other events, but I will a little bit tell you about this. He escaped from one ghetto. He had some information, thinking that he predicted tomorrow from this ghetto they will make Cologne and send Jews to kill them. And he escaped from this ghetto, but they catch him. And in this case, when they catch him, they always shot him. But officer, his birthday was, and he said to his soldiers, don't kill him, put them in barn and close the door, and you will kill him next morning. And my father, it was earthen floor, and my father began to dig this floor with he doesn't have stone or iron. He did it and make a hole and escape. Many stories. He write a notice, funny memory notice, and I publish about his experience article in Cleveland Jewish News. The title of this: My Father, a Witness and a Victim. When in spring 1944, last ghetto was free. The German go out because they understand that soon Red Army will come. And then Red Army come and liberated these old people from this ghetto, and my father got mobilized for war, and he became a soldier, and he until the end of the war he was a soldier, and he then very interesting, we don't know nothing about father, because we saw him only with this event when he asked us to escape. We didn't see him more than 4 years, and he doesn't know if we alive, and we don't know if he alive. But something good thing happened, and we reunite in December 1945. This was happy end. That's